I'm James from Hometruths.
Hi, and I'm Luke from Hometruths, and you're watching New. Nah.
All right, so I got James. We can keep his part. Now I just need to
what,
get
what,
Luke's part.
You got this.
what
Believe.
was it again? My brain just like absolutely muddled it all up.
It's
New Rock City.
uh it's hi, my name is Luke.
All right, I got that bit.
My name,
That's a bit
my
sorry.
name, my name, Luke. Hello, my name, Luke.
Luke.
My name, Luke.
My name, Luke.
My name, Luke.
He's
Me
a
and
drummer,
Luke,
you know.
you
He's
watch
a drummer.
TV.
I love this. We've got to
Yeah.
stick this in the outtakes or like little clusters at the beginning, the
It'll,
intro, or
it'll
maybe the
ju-
outro.
just be me.
Oh,
It's going to be
that would
hilarious.
be good.
Luke
Ten
blooper
minute
reel.
video of me,
Me, Luke.
Luke.
Me, Luke, UTV. Right, go on, Luke. Do it
So
again.
good.
Right.
You got this.
Just confirm. New Rock City TV.
Yes.
That's the one.
Nice. Hopefully, I don't mess it up.
You got this.
I'm Luke from Hometruths, and you're watching New Rock City TV.
I've had good days, bad days, good days become my bad days lately. Good days become my bad days lately.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to New Rock City TV. This is season 3, episode 2. I'm your host, Stephen Moss, and starting this season, I have a brand new partner in crime. Accompanying me is my incredible music greg, Lauren James. Hi, Lauren.
Come on. And he said it. Greg. He's speaking the
Greg,
Welsh of the
yes.
Waggles. Yes, and he does the tongue roll perfectly. Greg. And Stephen Moss is my music guru of guruness and yes, just fabulousness. And I'm very, very happy to be joining him and making New York City what it is. Just bringing everyone together and just having an epic time.
Thank you. So the phrase music greg is part English, part Welsh, means music wife. So see, Ryan Reynolds is not the only American learning Welsh.
Woo! Yeah.
So we call each other that because Lauren is not only going to be co-hosting for New Rock City TV, she is also my partner with our annual New Rock City International Music Festival. This year's 4th annual festival will be at 2 locations. We'll have a north and a south. The north location will be held in Birmingham at a venue called the Sunflower Lounge on Friday, July 19th and Saturday, July 20th. The south location will be held in Bristol, England at a venue called Exchange on Friday, July 25th and Saturday, July 26th. Tonight's musical guest will be playing New Rock City for the second time in a row. You can catch them on Saturday, July 19th at 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Sunflower Lounge in Birmingham. So please welcome James and Luke from Hometruths. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hello.
So
Good
thank
to
you
be
all
here.
for joining us. I appreciate it. And I'd like to start off by getting people at home to know you a little better. Can you tell us a little bit about how the band formed and where you guys from?
Yeah, so we formed in 2018. We're from Newcastle, which is on the northeast coast of England. So
Why
super
aye?
north. Yeah, that's right. None of us are
Why
Geordies
aye,
though.
man?
Let me think. No, none of us are actually Geordies, but we're from around Newcastle.
I love it.
Well,
Very nice. And so, like each year when I go to England, I do try to visit new cities. Newcastle is a place I haven't visited yet. So, what is it like, and what's the music scene like there?
Yeah, it's a nice city. It's cool, you know. It's like it's based on the river, so it's a very small city. Um, very kind of compact. There's a lot of music venues and there's like a good wealth of music.
Nice.
It's more kind of like indie and metal at the moment, I think.
Okay.
But there's a good scene. There's always shows on. There's lots and lots of bands. Like I said, there's lots of venues, but everyone's trying to be Sam Fender, man. Everyone's trying to be Sam, and that's fine because Sam
Sam
Fender's good.
Fender. I thought you said trying to be Emma at first. I was like, wait there, let me just take this back. Sam Fender, yes.
Sam Fender, yeah. Everyone's just trying to be Sam Fender, which is cool, you know, if it's good.
Nice.
There's not much of a pop punk scene. There's a few
Gotcha.
other pop punk bands. That's why we kind of like we avoid our own city. It's like typical pop punk thing. We don't like our hometown.
Gotcha.
So
I want to get
yeah.
into your music. Your first album, it's called Good Days, Bad Days. What stands out to you about making your first album?
It's pretty stressful. It's hard. It's a lot harder than it looks, man. And I think it's like first album pressure as well. And we didn't have the kind of like pleasure of just going in and just spending as much time as we wanted. And we had to like write everything before we went in, and then we had a very, very limited time in there. So we recorded with our friend George Collins at In Heart Studios, who very kindly kind of gave us as much discount as we possibly could, just so we could get the thing done. Um,
Sweet.
yeah, he's a good guy. We were on a label then as well. We're not on a label anymore, but we were on a label. We were on Lost Music Collective, which is Vincent Ferrello. So Vinny used to run Fueled by Ramen Records. So we used to be with them.
I know them guys.
Yeah, they paid for the album, but it was just kind of there was loads going on with the label, and Vinny was opening the punk rock museum in Las Vegas as well. So it was kind of like up in the air at the time. Anyway, we got the money through, started the album process. I'd written all of the singles, well, written all the songs for it, and then we just went in to try to smash it out as quickly as possible. I did my
How long
vocals
did
in
it
like
take? Sorry.
I think we do 21 days, Luke.
About that. I only spent 3 days on drums, and then
Nice.
I think the rest was just you and George bashing out guitar, vocals, bass, and every. Yeah, because I think we had 2 weeks, and then a few days booked in, like a week or something after that, because it wasn't enough.
Yeah, we did it in little spells, which is really confusing because we did like a solid 10 days, and then I think we went away for a month and then came back and started doing other bits again. So it was just like a labor of love. Honestly, it took so long. But we would have done more songs, but like we just chose the 8 that were the best that we had at the time. And yeah, I mean, it was just I don't know if you've done an album, Lauren. I don't know if you've done one, but it's kind of like it really is a labor of love. You go in and you do a single, you spend 2
Heart
or
and
3 days
soul.
doing a single. Yeah, it is. It's like blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
And it's like every day. Like I was exhausted every day. And it just sounds ridiculous because we're just, writing and recording music. But it's
No,
like
it's
getting
like
everything.
mental, physical, a lot. It's like
Yeah.
everything, like you said, it's blood, sweat, and tears, literally.
Yeah, and it was really just like the lineup of the band's changed since the album came out, but it was really just going in every day. It was just me and George initially. So we just spent like 10 days, and by the end of it, we hated each other, man.
Cabin fever maximum.
Yeah, do you want to hear a funny story? So one of our singles that we put out, Serotonin, in
I've
the
been
bridge.
blasting that one on the socials. It's so cool.
Yeah, at the end of the bridge, you've got that keep holding on a little longer. That bit, that chord underneath, like me and George were like nearly fighting because he wanted to do the D, which it is, and I wanted to do the A just because it's like the right chord. We just honestly we were like at each other like an old married couple. I was like, no, it's gotta be an A because that's the right chord. He was like, just try a D, man. Just try a D, it'd be really cool. And I'm like, no. And then we did the D, and I was like, yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah. It's so
But
good
yeah,
having that though, them kind of like bants and niggles, because like you can look back now and just like, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's good to look
yeah.
back and just like have bants on that.
Even looking back now, I think that's like one of the highlights of the set. When we play it live, that's like that part is one of the highlights of the set for me. And like,
Yeah, same.
just to think how we got there, it's quite funny.
I know it's neat. So like, I'm not in a band. So a lot of people that are not in the bands can almost like romanticize, going into the studio, recording. But a buddy of mine, they brought me into the studio to like document it, photograph it. And I don't remember how long we were there, but I swear to God, it was like 12 hours. It was so intense and it was not romantic. I'll put it that way. So it's like all this idea of what you have about going into the studio. When I was there, I'm like, Jesus, this is like not fun.
I think
there's so
if you're
much
a big
work.
band, I think if you're a big band and you've got like loads of time, if they just said to us, go and write an album and like we'll see you in 6 months, I would love that. That would be awesome because it would be trying things out. We'd be able to write. We'd be able to make the mistakes, and then like you write something, you record it. It doesn't work, fine, get rid of it. But when you're on when you're living on
On the
borrowed
clock.
time and somebody
Right,
else's
yeah.
money, it's like shit. We need to get something out that's like good and also like the way we want it to be as well. So the only thing that we rewrote of all of the album, the only thing that we didn't have written before we went in was the bridge of Serotonin. That's the only bit. And George and I kind of came up with that just on the day. But that was really fun, apart from the fight about the chord at the end. That was really fun, but we just didn't have the time and all the freedom to write and expand the songs any further than they were. So that was kind of one thing that I suppose, one negative of doing an album, but the positive is we've done an album and that's there forever. Like not many bands or artists now get to do an album and put it out as an album, so I think that's really cool.
Very nice. Well, we're
That's
going to get
phenomenal.
into your music. I'm going to play a few songs. The first one I want to play is the title track, Good Days, Bad Days. What can you tell us about that song and video?
The video is shot, it's like the lowest budget video you could do. And that was the idea. Like we wanted to show that we're not trying to be like, we're not trying to be a big pop punk band. That's not the idea. Like we're just trying to be kind of, like the band that we are. So I thought, let's just do it. Let's be true as we can. Let's just do it in our practice space. So we rent a practice space in Newcastle, and that's where we did it. And then we just went to the beach. Pop punk is possible. We went to the beach.
Yeah.
I filmed the rest. So the video is super simple. Just like trying to capture. Again, it's a different lineup there. Lineup's changed now, but just trying to capture, just the fun of being in a band as much as we could. So, and then the song itself, again, it's just kind of like, I suppose, the pop punk thing. It's like some days are good, some days are bad. Hard times will come, good times will come, and you just got to kind of enjoy them all. It's a bit of a narrative of my life, really. So if you listen to the lyrics, it goes through a few stages of my life where things are good and, things are brilliant, and then things aren't so good. Hoping that it's quite relatable for the people too.
Very nice. So for those at home, here is the video for Good Days, Bad Days by Hometruths.
I've had good days, bad days, good days become my bad days lately. Good days, bad days, good days become my bad days lately. Waking up at 2 a.m. again, feeling like my brain's been hit by a battering ram. I don't sleep at night no more. Sick of throwing up my youth on the
right, welcome back to the show,
Ooh.
everybody. So the songs on your album are really interesting because they have a variety of sounds that you can kind of pull from different genres. So I wanted to know, what were some of the band's biggest influences, and how do you think that shaped the Hometruths sound?
Luke's influences are like Luke likes really scary death metal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't really like pop
Nice.
punk, to be fair. There's like
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's
a handful
interesting.
of bands I like, and then apart from that, it's just anything heavy and scary. But
So I can notice it's like melodic, and I can kind of hear that in it. So yeah, it's interesting that's been mentioned. Yeah, cool.
yeah. Well, James is saying I like scary music, like he hates it, but he used to be in a metal band, so
Yeah, used to.
can't hide from that.
Used to. Yeah, used to. No, I mean, like there's loads. We all have different like influences. Like Callum, the guitarist, he likes softer stuff, doesn't he? Like indie music. Yeah, but he likes more like female indie pop, American indie pop stuff. I can't
Okay.
even name a band that he likes because they're so obscure. He just seems to find these strange. It's good stuff though. It's well
Very
written pop
eclectic.
music. Yeah, essentially. And then our old bassist, we've just changed bassist. Gilly has like the more he likes that more alternative kind of stuff, like post-hardcore stuff, brand new, Death Cab for Cutie, that
Nice.
type of thing. Yeah, and then I have a very eclectic taste from like the depths of R&B. I do like a bit of Tory Lanez, a bit of Chris Brown, you know.
Sweet.
And then into like all the emo-y type stuff. I really like Coheed and Cambria. That's a huge influence. And we still get that now.
Love.
We still get that now, which is crazy because I've always had that. Even in the metal band Luke was talking about, people have always said, "Oh, it sounds a bit like Coheed and Cambria," which is fine for me because I love them. You know,
It's got
like,
such a
absolutely love
unique
them.
voice, and the
Yeah,
vocals
that's it.
and the
Like
story as well behind.
yeah, we don't do any of the concept stuff, but
Mhm.
I think just more the vibe, you know, like I like to do a lot of
Yeah.
like vocal sounds like O's and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
woes and stuff. So yeah, Coheed and Cambria. I love the story so far. They're probably my favorite band. And then
Nice.
just all the generic pop punk, you know, like Neck Deep.
Yeah.
I still listen to some metal stuff. Like I really like Sleep Token. I mean, Luke doesn't like
nice.
Sleep
it's
Token,
wicked.
so the only metal that I like, Luke doesn't like. So
I can appreciate it. Just it's not scary enough for me.
No, it's really cool that
Mhm.
you guys have such a wide variety of influences, because that comes out in your music. And I think that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So the next song I want to play for you guys is Hate Me. What can you tell us about that song and video?
So the video we shot at a little, it's like an arcade bar in Newcastle called Four Quarters. It's a really cool bar. So it's kind of like downstairs. It's got all kinds of like arcade games, like old school stuff in there. You can see a lot of it in the video, like Guitar Hero games and like all that type of thing. The venue very kindly let us just have the downstairs. So we shot the video just in the bar
Get free
area.
reign. Nice.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it was really cool. So you can see like we're making cocktails behind the bar, like as part of the video. We
Yeah, I
just wanted
saw
to be
this.
again like a really slapstick, just kind of like show the kind of, it's a fun song. Again, it's tongue in cheek because it's about like another kind of commentary on life. How like you have relationships that good, and then it's kind of that goes from that very kind of good part of a relationship to like at the end where it's like, I completely hate you. You know what I mean? There was kind of that dynamic. So it's just the chorus, hate me, tell me what it takes to be the one to hate me. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's very easy to go from one to another. But again, it's just a fun pop punk song. We just try to make it as catchy as possible, as melodic as possible. There's lots of tone color going on. Yeah, just a bit of fun, really.
Definitely got the flair.
Very
You hate
cool.
playing that one on. You hate playing that one on drums, don't you, Luke?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I love every other song, and I've got no reason to hate it. Like, I think about it, I'm like, I don't know why I don't like playing it. Whenever we practice, we're like, oh, let's play Hate Me. I'm like, oh, don't really want to. Don't want to.
You're like, oh, I'm so fatigued. No.
Just start playing, and I'm just like, oh, I just wanted to end. And then 2 minutes later, I'm
Mentally
done. Like,
fatigued by it.
yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So
Oh.
for those at home, here's the song that Luke hates, Hate Me by Hometruths.
Woo!
Tell me what it takes to be the one to hate me. Tell me what it takes to be the one. Let's go. Pour your heart out at the table. Because you're pouring out a sky.
and welcome back to the show, everybody. So, James, not that long ago, you and I spoke about how you guys recently played in Edinburgh, and you played with Punk Rock Factory. And dude, there was a ton of people there. I'm gonna put the pictures up so those at home can see it. What was that like for you guys playing with so many people?
It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was so good. Yeah, it was so good. We played Dundee the night before. Was it Dundee? Yeah, it was Dundee.
Yeah, Dundee
Yeah.
and then Edinburgh.
Yeah, we played Dundee, and that was huge. Like Fat Sam's is such a sick venue. I don't know if you've ever played it before, but the venue's just kind of like one long room up to the door, and the stage is at the end. So it looks huge, and it was packed, and it was just awesome. It was just such a great experience. It was so good, and the Punk Rock Factory guys are awesome, man. They're like just really down to earth, normal dudes.
Very cool.
Yeah, they made us feel really welcome. Obviously, it wasn't our hometown, neither of them. We didn't play the Newcastle show. Our friends in Kid Punk played the Newcastle show. But yeah, playing Dundee was amazing. Then Edinburgh just topped it off. It was even better. So it was crazy. Like we went down really well received. Sold a shitload of merch, which is always good.
Nice.
You know, but it's like those dream shows that come around every so often. We got 2 in a row, so it was just awesome.
Yeah, it was insane. I remember obviously it being unreal, but I remember afterwards I was just like, the next show we play is obviously not going to be this big, and it's just going to be like such a massive hit. And I think it was like a few months later we played our next show in Newcastle, and obviously it was like tiny little room loaded Aggie, and I was like, it's not the same, is it? It feels wrong. I'm like, don't want to do it if there's not 600 people there like screaming for us.
We were almost unprepared. We're almost underprepared for what, because like we're used to like little club shows, you know.
Yeah,
that's what we do. And like I'm really good at engaging an audience of like 20 people. It's because what we do. And then you're like, you don't have like the people in front of you. It's just a row of people. You can't really see them. It's harder.
Just like blackout at a certain point.
Yeah,
like the lights as well. Just like
And you got to think, oh my God, like we can't be shit. Like we've got to actually be pretty good here, because this is pretty embarrassing, you know, big stage, big production. Like I was like, oh, we can't really be shit. So we're gonna have to step up our game. But no, it was good. It all ran smooth, super professional. It sounded sick. So I think it went pretty well.
Yeah, I think it was unreal. I didn't like that. The drums had to be on the side of the stage. I didn't like that. That was the only downfall. But I can't really complain about it. Just to myself every night.
So I love Scotland, and I'm actually trying to get a festival set up in Glasgow because I love that city so much.
Glasgow.
And yes, I love it up there. In your guys' opinion, do you find much of a difference between the Scottish crowd and the English crowd?
I do.
Yeah.
But I don't want to alienate like 90% of the places we could play. So no, I don't know. It depends. You go certain places in England, and there's just like music culture already very much embedded there. You know, like some place, like it's almost like if you go to Ireland, there's going to be a live performer, like somebody performing live in anywhere you go. So I think Scotland's very similar to Ireland. Like music's very embedded in the culture. Like going to see live music is still just a very common thing. People go and see bands on a weekend. Whereas in England, I don't know where England may be just like a little bit more kind of like picky. You know, they'll go and say they'll sell out. Like you'll see kind of like in England, tours sell out. You know, big bands sell out tours. But coming to see smaller bands, maybe I'm basing it on Newcastle, but it's not as good. So Glasgow, we played Glasgow on tour, and it was a really good show. I'm just thinking back, really, really good show. And obviously we've now played Dundee and Edinburgh, which were really great shows. But we are going on tour again, so we're going on tour in July. So the weekend after we play for you, the weekend after we play for you, we're going to do Glasgow, Dundee, and Carlisle.
Nice.
Fantastic.
So we obviously do like it because we've chosen to do those cities. So yeah, I think it's really good. A lot of our friends who play in different bands always go across Scotland as well, because it's a good place.
When are you playing in Scotland again? I'm just looking at my itinerary.
So we're doing July 10th. We're playing in Glasgow.
Oh, okay. I'll be in Scotland August 1st through the 6th. I'm like, oh, it'd be cool if I can catch you in Scotland.
Hang on, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just looking now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I've got it. The 10th we're in Glasgow playing Block Plus, and then the 11th we're in Dundee playing Church, and then on the 12th we're in Carlisle playing Source Collective.
Oh, so I won't be there at that time. Although, actually, it's funny you said Block Plus. because my hotel is right next to that.
Oh, is it?
Like
And it's the
yeah.
weekend after, then we're playing for you in Birmingham. So
Okay, gotcha. But all
Nice.
right, well, that would have been nice to catch you in both places.
yeah, it would have been cool. Would have been cool. Okay.
I gotta ask you, but like, what's it like? You know, when you guys go on tour, what's your setup? Like, do you have like a standardized like hire and rent a van, or do you have your own van, or do you do like hotel hops, or do you mix it up and do a bit of both?
We used to we do it differently every time, to be honest. Like we used to our friend has a company called Atlas. It's a van hire place, just kind of like near where I live. And he
Uh-huh.
used to have, well, I think he's got it again now, but it was out of action for a while. He's got like a van with 5 bunk beds in,
Yeah,
so like a sleeper van.
nice.
So we used to take that everywhere we went, and I mean, I'm talking like we used to take that even in like December tours. We just sleep in the van.
Whoa,
Yeah,
nice.
we just sleep in the van.
Big bad.
Hot
No,
water
no heating,
bottles.
no heating, no heater. Just raw dogging the van at night.
Wow.
Or
So
McDonald's coffees, like hugging the
yeah,
coffee.
yeah. So that's what we do. We just rent a van from him, and then I think for
Yeah,
this run we're just gonna do a couple of hotels and then drive back after Carlisle, because Carlisle and Newcastle are kind of like similar on the map, quite close.
yep.
Um, but we were thinking like possibly we talked about last night maybe going after Glasgow, going and just camping in
Yeah.
a
That'd be
campsite.
cool.
Yeah,
Make it a festival, like, you know, like proper, you know, yeah, camping, sleepover, and bloody fire
yeah,
pit.
yeah. It'll be fine for Luke because he's in his 20s, but I'm in my 30s now, so I'm like, I'd like
That
a
means
pet.
nothing. 30s is nothing. 40s is nothing.
But yeah, that's how we normally do it, to be honest with you. Like I said before, our lineup changed. Our old bass player, Gilly, he left the band to kind of pursue tour driving full time. So
Oh, wow.
he would just drive us everywhere because it's kind of what he does.
Yeah,
So this is our
enjoys
first
it.
run without him. Yeah, he loves it, but this is our first run without him. So we're like, oh no, we've got to drive the band.
So
Oh
you're going to
no.
take it in turns? Or have you got like
Yeah.
a new designated driver?
Yeah,
I think we're
me
all
and
gonna
Alex are
take a
driving.
turns.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, me and Alex being designated drivers, which risky, but I think it's better than you and Callum driving. So after the
Yeah, I haven't driven a car that's not an automatic for like 7 years now. So,
Uh-huh.
I could try, but I don't think it would be very good. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe
No.
not. That's my excuse anyway. It just means I can get drunk every night.
Now I'll just drive.
Very nice, guys.
Yeah,
So I'm
do
going to get
this.
back into your music. The next song I want to play, we kind of briefly talked about, is Serotonin. What can you tell us about that song and video?
This song, so when I was writing the album, I thought, do you know what? I don't just want to be the band that just has pop punk songs, because the rest of our career, people might expect that from us. So I wanted to mix, I want to have a good mix on the album, and I think we did that. I think we managed to kind of nail it, but at the same time, I didn't want to just do emo-y alternative type songs for the sake of it, and then just to be weak filler songs. It wasn't. I think it was one of the first songs. The first song I wrote for the album is "Back to Broken," which is, I think
Interesting.
it's more like it's. Yeah, I know. I wrote that one in 2020, a long
Wow.
time ago now. We knew we were tracking for an album, but we didn't really know when it was going to happen. So I was just writing as much as I could.
Like banked. Hmm.
Yeah, and then that one went in the bank, and then that one kind of opened up. Like I like the tune. We normally just write and drop D, typical pop punk band, as
Yeah,
easy as we
drop
can. We're too lazy to even play power chords. We just play like just one finger. It's all you need.
Punk.
If you want
Keep
to,
it punk.
if you want to learn some Hometruths songs, it's easy.
Yes.
Yes, I thought let's make it a bit harder. Let's make some proper chords. So I just wanted an anthem. I just wanted a big clapping anthem.
Mhm.
And yeah, it just kind of came together. Again, it was so long ago. I don't really even remember kind of like how the ideas came to be. But I just wanted a big emo song that we could put on
Yeah.
there just to stand out, refresh the ears from the pop punk stuff, and just give a little bit of a depth of music and a depth of genres to us, because we can write in any genre. Like we're writing a single at the moment, which is kind of, I don't know, Luke, what would you say? What the new single is kind of like? It's way more rocky, but it's got kind of like
Yeah,
some.
it's kind of like alternative rockiness. It's
Nice.
how to describe, because it's like one of those ones where you see like all the metalcore bands used to do like, oh, it's a softer song, but we've still got distortions, kind of
Mhm.
like
Gotcha.
that, where it's like it doesn't fit into anything. But I don't know, alternative rock is probably the closest I can think
It's
of it. 'Cause
different. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different for us. It's different for us. It's not what we'd normally do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the idea with Serotonin, and then obviously, so we got Back to Broken, Serotonin, and then we did Are You Feeling as well. So Are You Feeling's like a more of a like crossover. It's got 808s in, it's got lots of synths in it.
Yeah.
And our friend Sean from Kid Punk did a feature on the bridge of that song. So just to keep it like fresh, from the different pop punk songs. You played Good Days, you played Hate Me, and they're like
Yeah.
very upbeat, like definitely like pop punk. Yeah, this is great. Summer.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Serotonin's like bang, October hits.
Yeah.
We're all
But that's the
sad.
thing, it all has like a place and it all works and blends like seamlessly. It's like effortless almost how, each track, although you said like they've all got their own like place and magic, but as a collective, as an album, it just really, it's so well balanced. That's why I was
Thank
surprised when
you.
you said 2020, you wrote,
Yeah,
your initial one.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just crazy because I would never have thought that,
I know,
It's
I
all
know.
done so really cleverly
Serotonin,
done.
it goes down really well live. It's such a good like live translation song. The chorus is big. People like love screaming it. Um, it's got quite a few like clappy bits where people can get
Yeah.
involved. So, and the video. So we shot the video at a place called The Grove, in Newcastle. It's in a place called Biker. Biker Grove, Biker
Biker
Grove.
Grove, yes!
Yeah. So yeah.
No
So
way.
The Grove. It's not Biker Grove. It's a venue called The
Yeah,
Grove
it's called the
in
Grove. Yeah, yeah,
Newcastle.
yeah.
Yeah, if you come to Newcastle, you need to check that place out. It's gorgeous. So yeah, our bassist worked there, so we just kind of took
That's
over the
super
venue.
handy.
So that venue
Cool.
that you see where we're playing, there's loads of bands, like loads of big bands that played there, like Arm's Length played there last year. Just loads of big bands played there, so we just stole the light, we stole the stage, and
Wow,
we just
wow.
went for it. So I think
That
it
is
came out
so
really
cool.
cool. Such a cool venue, and really kind of again like happy that they let us do that. So yeah, it came out good.
Fair dues.
Makes us
Smashed it.
look big and professional, like.
Well, you are.
I don't think either of those things apply to this band.
No.
Very
Definitely
nice.
not. But like the Punk Rock Factory shows, we were the most professional you've never seen a band as professional as us.
Yeah.
Anything asked of us, we were like, yes, sir. No problem.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
it's all good.
So I'm going to play the video. So for those at home, here is Serotonin by Hometruths.
So grab your things and let's go. We can drive all night, no one will know. Turn up the radio and watch the world pass by through your window. She loves a dangerous summer. She loves driving with the windows out. All So grab your things and let's go. We can drive all night, no one will know. Turn up the radio and watch the world pass by through your window. You know we're up until the broken, and we can use it to stop the trouble. This fire time, it keeps growing. I'll burn it up till my heart explodes and
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. So I kind of want to piggyback after what we were just talking about. This past February, you dropped a new single called Burnt Out. But before I play that, I want to get into more about what we were just talking about. How did you bring that mentality into your new music that you're working on?
Yeah, I think we're just going to try. We're going to try some new genres. I think we're going to do some, like we've got 5 or 6 singles written, ready to go,
Oh, nice.
and they're all totally different. So I think what we're not afraid of now with the album, you have to make a cohesive body of music. So even though you can change the style slightly, there's got to be some parts. There's got to be some characteristics of the songs that flow nicely. Otherwise, you're going to be listening to an album and thinking, "Whoa, like that's
Who's this?
weird."
Who's that? Yeah.
You know, so
Gotcha.
the album we tried to keep it very kind of like just well-written songs, super simple, not too indulgent. You get a chorus straight away, you know, and that's just our style. We've always been right. Let's get a massive chorus, hit them with a chorus, and then fill everything else out with kind of
Like flavors and
just
seasoning. Bit of
yeah,
garnish.
yeah. That's it, isn't it? Because pop punk is just a collection of like different characteristics that you have to have.
Recipe.
Have to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
with it.
Gotta
So
be
that's what we've done.
protein.
Yeah, that's what we've done with Burned Out. But then for the next single, we've just left all of that at the door and said, right, let's write something that's just like we like. It's music that we like still, being honest and
Mhm.
true to what we listen to. But just something different, you know, just something different. So Burned
Yeah.
Out was very much like our first song without the label, our first song that isn't on the album. And rather than recycling old demos or stuff that was written for the album, we thought let's go back to basics and just write something new. It's a bit depressing really about what it was about. So we were going to write that and then we were going to end as a band. So that was going to be our last single.
Oh,
No way.
oh,
Yeah,
really?
that was going
I'm
to be our last.
surprised.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah,
over
no.
this E and D situation, was it? The chords, the
Yeah.
dual over the E
Yeah.
chord and the D chord and the drop Ds and the E's and
Yeah, I
I'm
just
talking
can't let
about
it go,
chords
you know.
here, guys. Chords.
They just couldn't get past it.
Chords. No,
Chords.
no, it was just kind of like it felt like I said, like our bass player was leaving. He was moving on for something else. He was in the band with me from the start. And then we were all kind of like, you know, financially, you'll know, Lauren, it's soul destroying being in a band financially at the moment. It's hard to tour it, it's hard to put music out, it's hard to make visuals. You know, you're a content creator online as well. It's hard. And we're all getting older, we've all got families and jobs and things as well. That get in the way, you know. But so we're burned out, but also we put as much effort into the music video, which was shot in Dundee and Edinburgh for the Punk Rock Factory shows. So all of that footage you see is from those shows, and actually it came together and it looked so amazing. We're like, we're being stupid here. We're being stupid.
That's what
We need to
that's
do
what
we
sealed
need to
it, and
do
you
more.
kept it. Yes, I
It
love
just came
that.
out so well. Yeah, it came out so well. And it's great memories for the lads, you know, like at the end of the day, we're friends.
Yeah.
You don't want to give
That's
that
what
up.
we're doing. Yeah, that's the reason we're doing it. And I thought,
Doing it for
no,
the right
this is
reasons.
yeah, such like awesome special times. So yeah, so we thought, yeah, this isn't the last single. Let's keep doing more.
Nice.
Nice.
Like
I'm super
didn't
glad
help
to
with
hear
the
that.
album.
You had me
Yeah.
for a second then.
Yeah.
Didn't help doing the album though, I think, because obviously we were like sat on just doing the same songs for like years, and obviously we got that out, and we're like, oh, pretty drained, like obviously the song Burnt Out, and just being like, well, got no drive for it anymore. And then after those shows and then seeing the video and stuff, I think it kind of sparked something in all of us again and being like, oh yeah, it's not always like that. And if we're just doing the singles, then it's like, yeah, stress a bit of time on the song, but it's one song, it's done, and it's kind of move on to the next thing before it gets like too painful.
Yeah, I think Luke's right. I think we sat on the album, you know, we from the point that the first single of the album released to the album coming out was over a year. And bearing in mind, we'd recorded it probably a year or 18 months before that. So to sit as a small band, sit on music for like 2.5 years, it was really soul destroying. And to like we writing new things, but like, what's the point of learning them? Because we're not going to release them, we're not going to play them live. So once the album was dropped, it was either right, let's just quit now, or let's write some more and start again on our own. And we split with the label. It was all amicable and stuff, like we thanked them for everything they've done for us, and it kind of just gave us a little bit new rejuvenation, I would say.
That's fantastic.
Well, I'm glad you guys decided to stick it out, and because now we got more music to look forward to. But
And it's just like the good days, bad days. Sorry, like the good days,
exactly.
bad days signal.
Yeah.
Signal. I said it again. Single. Jesus. Yeah. So yeah, just like the ride and just like embracing them highs and lows and just like riding it out.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's like, yeah, really powerful. So yeah, super glad that you wrote it, and you're still smashing it. Yeah. Sorry, Noodle.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm awesome. So on that note, I'm gonna play the video. So here is "Burnt Out" by Hometruths.
Let's talk a little about honesty, 'cause I think you're incapable of telling the truth. Because you're up, down, round and round, you got your head in the clouds when you lay face down. It's true that I was once messed up like you. When you come round tomorrow morning, the come down, you're 6 feet under the ground. But babe, I don't care. I've burned out, because I'm stuck in the middle while you're talking in riddles. I've burned out. Let's talk a little about honesty. The day-to-day is killing me, and I'm dying inside. Because you're done, no, giving up, you don't give a fuck. I wish that I could see I tried, 'cause no one's getting out this life alive. I've burned out, because I'm stuck in the middle while you're talking in riddles. I've burned out. So face facts, I'm not what you wanted. Love like war, but that's how it all started. 'Cause we're just two different people now. 'Cause maybe I'm over the touch of your hand, the look in your eyes, the way your words break me down inside. You lied and you lied and you lied and you lied. 'Cause maybe I'm over you. Let's talk a little about honesty. I've burned out, Face facts, I'm not what you wanted. Face facts, I'm not what you wanted. Face facts, I'm not what you wanted. Baby, I'm over you.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. We're getting towards the end of the interview, and I just gonna want to reiterate for your fans, because we briefly touched, and I don't want them to forget. What is in the future for you guys? What shows do you have coming up? What do you want your fans to know about?
Yeah, so I suppose at the moment we're focusing on writing some music. We're changing the way that we write now. So I would usually just write everything, take it to the guys or take it to the studio, and we'd change bits as we kind of went. But now we're writing together in our practice space,
That's cool.
which is actually, yeah, it's been really cool. Like this new single that's coming is the first thing that we've written all together in real time, like as a collective group of songwriters.
Interesting.
So, and it's great because, Alex has rejoined the band. Alex was our old guitarist before he left kind of COVID time for his career, and he's rejoined and he's on bass now. So it just kind of feels like it's come full circle. And Alex used to write. Alex wrote a lot of Daydream, one of our older singles. It's done really well. He wrote a lot of that with me. So having him back in the band, he's a really great lyricist. That's just something to keep an eye on, because I think the quality of the writing is going to be just enhanced by having more people involved, So yeah, so
Like a
working on
Houdini.
a new single. Yeah, absolutely. He's great, working on a new single. We're in the studio at the end of May to get that track, and we're just going to get it out as soon as we can. We hate sitting on music, obviously. We've got a PTSD around sitting on music, so it's going to get it track, get it out. And then July, like I said before, July we're going to do a little weekender. We're going to hit July 10th. We're going to play Block Plus in Glasgow, and then 11th is Church in Dundee, and then 12th is Source Collective in Carlisle. And then the week after, we're playing a little festival in Birmingham with lots of great bands. So yeah, that's the plan. And after that, I think we're just taking it as it comes. We're not panicking to book shows. I think good shows seem to just kind of materialize. So I don't want to force it. We'll just see what's on the horizon.
Organically.
And other bands get in touch. We're talking to loads of bands about, should we do this weekend? Should we play this? Should we do this? We were going to play Sheffield on this run with Times Too Fast. We really like those guys. They're also, if you haven't checked them out, you should check them out. Their song Chameleon is great. But obviously it fell through, unfortunately. So we're playing Carlisle instead. But we're going to do a gig swap weekender with Times Too Fast this year at some point. So they'll come up here, we'll put them on here, and we'll go down to Sheffield and play with them.
Fantastic.
Very nice, guys. So your fans have a lot to look forward to. So I like to end my show with asking you guys, what would you like to say to your fans?
Ooh.
Thanks for putting up with that
On the
nonsense
spot.
again. Thanks for putting up with James when he chats between songs. I think that's the biggest one for me.
Yeah, I have to apologise for my stage crack. It is so bad. I look at bands like Blink-182 and you would get. I mean, they don't, and they still do what they used to do, but they would get cancelled for that type of thing now. They would, they would get cancelled.
The early days,
now. Yeah. So I'm not that bad, but I do. Just have a bit of crack with people. I always pick on somebody in the crowd. I always pick on someone. So if you do come to our shows, you might get picked on throughout the entire set. So yeah, I like to do that. But it's just a bit of crack, And yeah, thanks for putting up with our release schedule, because we seem to do 3 or 4 releases and then go quiet for such a long time. But we've got consistent music coming. Lots of different genres and things to get your teeth into. So I think you're about to see the evolution of Hometruths.
Yeah, nice.
Very nice.
Fantastic.
All right, Luke, anything else to add on that?
No, I think it's just, keep an eye out for all the stuff we've got coming.
He just loves drums, man. He just loves drums. He just loves them.
I do all the computer stuff, so
I got
you. He loves drums and computers.
James, you're outnumbered. Hey. Lauren's a drummer, and so am I. So we got 3 to 1.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. I'm going to have a link down below so everyone at home can follow along with all your social media. And with that, we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Thank you, guys.
Woo!
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.